Today we will have a lecture on steel structure, that is on bracket bolted connections. So in previous lectures we have solved one problem related with the bracket bolted connections, in which load was given, and I have shown you the figure of bracket bolted connection in previous lectures, in which the number of bolts were, that is 4 number of bolts were there, and there is a load acting at the ends, and we have to find out the load taken capacity of that bolts, whether it is safe. We have to decide the diameter of bolts. We have decided the diameter of bolt and the load taken by that bracket connections, whether it is safe to take the load, whether it is safe to take the load by the bolts. So we have already taken the checks also. In similar way, in today's problem, somewhat different bracket bolted connections we will design. In today's problem we will find out the number of bolts. In previous problem, in previous lectures, we have not find out the number of bolts, just we have taken the load taken capacity of the bolts, and whether it is safe to take that, that is load taken by the bolts is not, we have checked. But in today's lecture we will actually find out the number of bolts required for a bolted connections. Okay, so a little bit more steps are required in order to find out the number of bolts required for bracket connections, number of bolts required in case of the bracket connections. Okay, so here I am reading the problem related with the bracket connections. The design of bolted bracket connections, it is to be find out the number of bolts required for the bracket connections, how many numbers of bolts are required in order to connect I sections with the bracket sections. Okay, I section with the bracket sections, as I've already discussed in previous lecture. So this is nothing but the I sections, this is nothing but the I sections, and it has been connected with a bracket plate, and a load it has been that is it has been applied at the ends. So this section, I sections, we have to design, and the load taken by this, whether it is safe to take the loads. Okay, so how many number of bolts are required in order to take the load, how many numbers of bolts are required in order to take the load, whether it is safe to take the load, whether this I section it is safe to take the loads, or more number of bolts are required, more or it will also be dependent on the diameter of bolts. Okay, whether it is safe to provide a 20 or 16 or 22 diameter of bolts, or 18 diameter of bolts. So which should be the diameter of bolts, and how many numbers of bolts are required in order to take this load. Okay, this is I sections, and it has been connected with the brackets with the help of the bolts. So this is just a figure I've already discussed in previous lectures. This distance is important. The from the that is center of the plate, that is this from the point at which load it has been applied to the center of the plate, with a symmetrical division of these bolts line. So therefore this distance is nothing but the eccentric distance. So P into E is nothing but the moment. Load into eccentric distance is nothing but the moment. So in the cases we have to first find out the that is the eccentric distance. Okay, so we have to find out this E also. This E calculations is also important. Next is nothing but the I am reading the problem related with the bracket connections, which things are given in this bracket connection problem. A bracket plate connected to a flange of column, that means this bracket will be connected to the flange of the column. That means the top and bottom flange are there, and this bracket will be connected to the top and bottom flange of the column. What is the steel used? Indian standard high beam ISHB 350 is used. Which type of I section it has been used? So ISHB 350 it has been used at 0.674, because ISHB we are having of two, that is ISHB 350 is there with two different weights are there. So here weight is also given, so that we can use the specific ISHB 350. Okay, so I will show you the steel table also, in which we will use this ISHB 350. And what is the use of this ISHB 350, which things to be taken care from the steel table, or what is the use of this ISHB 350, we will see. Okay, so a bracket plate connected to a flange of column ISHB 350. Next is nothing but to 20 diameters of bolt is subjected to a factored load of 400 kilonewtons. How much is the load taken capacity? The load taking capacity is 400 kilonewton. at eccentricity. Here this eccentricity word it has been taken. That means we have to find out the eccentricity, or we will take eccentricity. It is again important. So eccentricity, we have to take this as eccentricity of 300 kilonewton, that is mm, from the center line of the web of column. That means it will pass from the center line, so it will pass from this center line. Okay, so it is passing through the center line of this I sections, and this eccentricity is passing through the center line of the I sections, and the from the point at which the load it has been applied. So at eccentricity of 300 mm from the center line of web of column, assume the load plate and the bolt plate being same. That means the load taken capacity and the bolt where it has been tightened, it is same. That means this load will be directly transferred to the that is I sections. This word states that this load will be directly transferred to the I sections. So we have to design the sections. So here diameter of bolt is given. So diameter is fixed. Depending upon this diameter, we have to find out how many number of bolts will be required in order to take a load of 400 kilonewton. How much is the load? Load in this case is 400 kilonewtons. So we have to take the load of 400 kilonewtons. So how many numbers of bolts are required in order to take this 400 kilonewton load, okay, which has been applied at an eccentricity of 300 mm. Okay. One thing is also given here, this beyond this load and eccentricity, this 20 mm diameter of bolt is also given, and this size is restricted. That means we have to use the steel I section as ISHB. Okay, we cannot suggest from ourselves that which I section it is to be used, because this I section it has been mentioned in the question. So we have to use this, that is the property of the or the specifications which has been given in steel table for ISHB. We have to refer the steel table also. Okay. So I am directly switching over to the steel table ISHB, that is 350 6, that is that is 67.4 or 0.674, it is one and the same. So instead of this two, that is ISHB 350, there are two types, but both are different depending upon the kg per meter weight. That is, this is 67.4 and 72.4. So we are using 67.4 because it has been mentioned in the question. So depending upon this ISHB 350 67.4, what other things it is to be taken care. So all these things it has been mentioned in the topmost part of this table. Okay. So we have to use all these things. Weight per meters, that is weight in kg per weight per meter, that is kg per meter. This weight it has been given, this is the Newton. Sectional area is also given for this 350, it is 85.91. In some cases it has been used. What is H in this 350 is the H, which is already it has been also mentioned in ISHB 350. This 350 itself indicates H, that is the depth of the sections. Width of flange it has been also given, thickness of flange is given. This thickness of flange it will be used, TF, that is thickness of flange will be used for the finding out kb value, minimum kb value in case of design bearing strength of bolt. Design bearing strength of bolt, we have to use the thickness of I sections. So we have to refer this steel table, and we have to take this thickness of I section, thickness of flange as 18, that is 11.6 from this that is steel table. Again, beyond this, which things to be taken care. So here this row it has been this whole page it has been also continued in the next page. So here I am continuing steel table next page. So it is ISHB, the same line is there, okay, but some data it has been given on next page also. So I am using this ISHB 350. Extra part it has been given as maximum size of flange, this will not be taken. Beyond this, we will use only G. This G part is again important. Small g is nothing but the gauge distance. Gauge distance in this case is for ISHB 350. We will take this as 140. We'll see in figure also what is G. So here there is a small figure it has been given here. So G stands for this gauge distance. That means the bolt, the center line of bolt. We are applying, we are tightening the bolt here and here. So center to center distance of the two bolts perpendicular to the direction, perpendicular to the direction of bolt. So this distance is nothing but the gauge distance. So we are directly taking this G, that is the gauge distance. G, that is the gauge distance which has been given in steel table. That is 140 for this ISHB 350. Okay. So we will directly take G as 140. Okay. Here this I'm drawn the small figure for this, in which there is a load of 400 kilonewton. It has been applied at an eccentricity of 300, that is mm. Gauge distance we are taking from ST is nothing but steel table. You have to refer the page number because I am having this that is steel table from which has been available on the sites. It may the page numbers may vary, therefore I am not showing the page numbers of steel table. Okay, so you can refer ISHB 350. So what is from steel table we have to take the gauge distance G as 140 mm. Here we are taking as the thickness of flange TF. TP or TF is nothing but one and the same. So thickness of flange we are taking for calculations as 11.6, which is again given in the steel table. So we are using the steel table for two things. First we are taking from steel table the gauge distance. Next we are taking from steel table the thickness of flange. Okay, so 11.6 we have taken from steel table and 140 we have taken from steel table. So here this is 140. Here it is the gauge distance. If we are applying a bolts on this, there are two rows of bolts. One row of bolt is along this side and right side is the second row of bolts. So what is the center to center distance between the two bolts? This distance is called as the gauge distance, which is perpendicular to the load applied. Here load applied is it is in vertical directions. We are measuring the distance along horizontal directions. The gauge distance will be along horizontal directions, so it is perpendicular to the load applied. Therefore this G we are taking as 140 from directly from the steel table. Okay, so these things are given in questions. So depending upon the ISHB 350, the size, that is the steel specifications, we have referred steel table for this. Okay, so we have directly taken from steel table this 140, that is gauge distance. TF or TP is nothing but one and the same, thickness of plate or thickness of flange. It we have taken as 11.6 mm. Okay, again one thing is also given, diameter of bolt is also given. So diameter of bolt is given as 20 mm. What is the factor of safety extra required for that is the thickness of or diameter of hole. So diameter of hole will be extra. So diameter of bolt is 20, the extra 2 mm is required for tightening of bolts. Okay, so diameter of hole is there. DN, diameter of hole, we are taking as 2 that is extra, that is 20 plus 2, it comes to be 22 mm. Again it has been taken from the IS 800 2007, that is the IS code. Again, how to find out the area, that is the area of shank portion and area of that is threaded portions. Okay, so shank portion is the complete area, the pi by 4 d square, pi by 4 20 square, so it directly comes to be 314.15 mm square. What about the threaded area? So threaded area is nothing but area of threaded portion is nothing but 0.78 times shank area, 0.78 times shank area. So 0.78 times that is 0.78 into 314.15, it comes to be 245. Again FUB for this, again we have to refer the steel table. We are assuming the grade of steel as 4.6. We can normally use the grade of steel as 4.6. So as per again IS 800 2007, we are taking for grade 4.6, FUB as 400 Newton per mm square, FU as 410 Newton per mm square, FCK, the compressive strength of steel as 250 Newton per mm square. So these three things we have to take directly from the that is IS 800 2007. If it is not given, we can assume this. Okay, so you have to there is recall these values. You have to keep in mind these values. FUB will always be 400 Newton per mm square, and FU we will take as 410 Newton per mm square. Okay. Again, next thing we are calculating the KB value. There is a minimum of 4 values. Where this KB is used, the KB is used in design bearing strength of bolt. Design bearing strength of bolt. Okay. So directly we will take the value of KB. So KB is the least of 4 values, that is E3D0, or second value is P3D0 minus 0.25, or FUV upon FU, or fourth value is 1. Out of these 4 values, the minimum value will be the value of the KB. So how we are calculating? To put the values of E. So E we are assuming for this E and P is required. That is the edge distance and pitch distance are required. What is edge distance? Edge distance is nothing but 1.5 times the diameter of hole. What is pitch distance? P is nothing but the pitch distance. It is 2.5 times the diameter of bolt. Okay, here diameter of bolt is there. Here diameter of hole is there. Okay. So 2.5 times the diameter of bolt. So 2.5 times 20, it comes to be 50. We are assuming as minimum is 50. But we can assume the pitch distance as 80 also. Okay. What about the edge distance? Again, the formula it has been given in IS. The condition it has been again given in IS 800 2007. What is the edge distance? It is been 1.5 times D0, 1.5 times 22. It comes to be 33. So 33 is the minimum. We are taking a little bit more of that. So we can take 50 also. So, but we in this case we are taking as 40. So we have assumed the edge distance as 40, and we have taken as pitch distance as dt. Actually, these are the designing problems. So you can change. You can apply as per your conditions. Instead of 50, you can take 60 also. Here, instead of that is 40, you can take 50 also. So these are the designing steps. If it is safe, that means this pitch value and edge distance is safe. If it is unsafe, you have to change the pitch distance. You have to change the edge distance also. Okay? So after putting the values in this all the four things, the minimum value of kb it comes to be 0.6. Okay? So this thing already we have taken in previous lectures. So directly you can calculate by with the help of the calculator, put the values of this 40. Here the 40 divided by 3 into 22. Again this p3d0 value we have to put. So 80 divided by 3. 3 times d0 it comes to be 40 minus 0.25. Again fub upon fu, and the fourth value is 1. So out of these four values, the minimum value it comes to be 0.6. So you can check this value whether this 0.6 it has been there or not. What about the bolt value? So design shear strength of bolt. So VDSB, again the same procedure is there. Okay? The procedure for the bolt value is same. The minimum of two values, that is the design strength of bolt and design shear strength of bolt, and design bearing strength of bolt. Shear strength of bolt and bearing strength of bolt, out of these two values, the minimum value will be the bolt value. So you have to refer the page number 75 of IS 800 2007 in order to take these values. So NS ASB we are always taking as 0. So we have not written here NS ASB. Directly we have used this formula and this plus NS ASB we have not taken, because in every problem we are assuming as 0. So directly we are putting the values of FUB as 400, square root of 3 is 1 again, it's same. Gamma MB is 1.25, NN is number of shear planes intersecting shear planes we are assuming as 1. A and B we have calculated as 245. So after calculations, multiplications, it comes to be 45.26 kilo Newton. So this is nothing but the design shear strength of bolt. So design shear strength of bolt, so it comes to be 45.26. Next is nothing but the design bearing strength of bolt. What is how to find out the bearing strength of bolt? So it is VDPB. It is 2.5 times kb. D is the diameter. TF or thickness of flange or thickness of plate is one and the same. TP or TF. FU upon gamma MB. Again kb we are taking as 0.6. D is diameter of bolt we are taking as 20. What about TB or TF? One and the same. It has been taken and found, that is steel table. We have referred the steel table for this thickness. So by referring the steel table we have taken as 11.6. Fu we have taken as 400. Gamma MB 1.25. Here after calculations it again comes to be 115.28 kilonewtons. So 115.28 kilonewton is the bearing strength of bolt. So out of this shearing and bearing, which value is the minimum value and which we are assuming as bolt value? The minimum value is the bolt value. So shearing value is the minimum value, therefore we are assuming as bolt value as 45.26. Okay? So BV is nothing but bolt value 45.26 kilonewtons. Again movement is nothing but the distance, load into distance, eccentric distance. So load we are taking which has been factored load as given in the problem as 400 multiplied by 300 is directly eccentric distance is given. So after multiplication comes to be 120, that is 10 to the power 3 kilonewton mm. Why we are mm? Because this 300 we are assuming in mm. So we can directly take in meters also or mm also. Then one thing is important in this present today's problem. We have to find out the number of bolts required. How to find out the number of bolts? So again there is a separately formula given to find out the number of bolts. What is the formula in order to find out the number of bolts? We have because this 400 kilonewtons. What is the load taken capacity of this bracket? It is 400. So this 400 kilonewton load to be balanced by how many number of bolts? Okay, how many number of bolts? So how to find out this load taken? And there is number of bolts required in order to take this load of 400. The square root of 6 m divided by 2p bolt value. 2p bolt value. P is the load taking capacity. 6m, m is the moment. So 6m divided by 2p bolt value. Okay, number of bolts will be calculated in one vertical row. So if these numbers comes to be 10 or 5, so it will be applied in one row. It will be applied in one row. That means the double will be the bolt taken. The double will be the total number of bolts. Okay, we have to double the total number of bolts. For calculating the total number of bolts, we have to double, because in this case we are finding out the number of bolts required in one vertical row, only one vertical row. Okay. The number of bolts will be calculated in one vertical row. The number of bolts directly we have taken as 6m 120 10 to the power 3 2 into again load taking capacity is P. Sorry, here P is nothing but the pitch value. Here P is not the load taking capacity. Here P is the pitch value. So 2P into bolt value, that is 2 times pitch value into bolt value. Okay, bolt value the least is 45.26. Pitch value is 80, whereas movement is 120 10 to the power 3. 6 and 2 are the numericals directly taken. So number of bolts required 9.97. So we cannot provide the number of bolts in fractions. So we can take this as 10 numbers. So let us provide the number of bolts in one row. Already we have stated that this number of bolts will be along one row. So total number of bolts कितने रहेंगे इसके double हो जाएंगे. So 10 into 2 is nothing but, that means along one row we will provide 10 bolts. On other row we will provide the symmetrical other row we will provide the 10 bolts. So total 20 bolts we will provide. So let us provide 20 number of bolts in the two vertical rows. So in this way we are providing 20 number of bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in one row. Again 11 to 20 in other row. Okay. Next is the that is the radial distance. Okay. The distance to be calculated from the center of this plate. If we are finding out this plate, what is the total height and total width of the plate. So this we have to convert, or we have to divide this complete plate into two parts symmetrically. Vertical also symmetrical, horizontal also symmetrical. Okay? We have to divide this symmetrically. So we have already calculated the pitch value. The pitch value is 80. So we have written the center to center distance of the two bolts as 80, 1 to 2 80, 2 to 3 80, and so on 80. So 80 is the pitch value. What about the edge distance? So last that is the corner bolt to the edge of the that is eye sections. It comes to be 40. That is mm is the edge distance. Again this part is also the edge distance. So in this way edge distance is also used. Again center to center distance of the two bolts along the perpendicular direction of bolts. Here we are applying the load in vertical directions, and distance we are measuring in horizontal direction. So this gauge distance again we have referred as that is the steel table. Steel table for this gauge distance we are taking as 140 mm. Okay. So that means this center of bolt to the center is nothing but 70, and the center to the center of this 15 number bolt or any center is nothing but the 70. Okay. So same case we have to find out the radial distance. We have to find out the radial distance. We have to find out the radial distance of each bolt. The more the number of bolts, the more calculations will be there. We have to find out the distance of each bolt. ठीक है, हर एक बोल्ट का आपको डिस्टेंस मालूम करना है. We have to find out the number of bolts and we have to find out the distance of each bolt. ठीक है. Actually I am taking the pen in order to, yes. So yes, we have to find out, we are dividing this into two parts. So this horizontal distance is 70. What about this vertical distance? So if we are calculating this center to the last bolt, so what will be the distance? So it is nothing but 80 is this distance. Center will be 40. So 40 plus 80 plus 80 plus 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that is in 80, and 1 it is in 40. That means this up to this center line we have to find out. So first is we are finding out this distance. Okay? This cross distance. We are finding out this distance. Okay? Again this distance. Again this distance. Okay? So we are finding out the distance R1, R10, R11 and R20. We are finding out the distance of R1, R10, R11, R20. Once we are finding out the distance of r1, so same is repeated for 11, 10 and 20. So what is the height for this? So 40. This is because we are passing through the center. So 40 plus 80 plus 80 plus 80 and plus 80. 80 how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 80 is there and 1 times 40 is there. Okay. So this will be the vertical distance from this point to the this point. Okay. So this is nothing but the vertical distance from this point to this point. So this is nothing but the vertical distance. What about the horizontal distance? The horizontal distance is from this center to this center, it has been taken as 70. So this distance is 70. Half the distance is 70. Okay. What about the theta made for this? So theta here, we will make this theta here. Okay. This will be the theta angle theta. Okay. R1, R10, R11, R20 are the same distances. Square root of 70 square plus. So after addition of 4 times 80 and plus 40, it comes to be 360. So 70 square plus 360 square, it comes to be 366.74. Same way. Next distance, next bolt, one by one. So next is nothing but second distance. So this is nothing but the second distance. Okay. So again we have to repeat this for second one. So second one. So here second bolt. This distance to be find out. This distance to be find out. This distance to be find out, and this distance to be find out. Same way we have to find out first the height from this point to this point. We have to find out the height. This distance, that is nothing but 40 80 how many times? 3 times, and 1 times 40. The same way r2 will be same as r9, r19 and r12. Yes, yes. And if we are 360 में से अगर 360 minus 80 किया तो कितना होगा? क्योंकि 180 we have left. ठीक है, तो 280 square. Simple, the Pythagoras theorem we are applying, that is square root of opposite distance square plus hypotenuse square. Okay? So it comes to be 288. Again same way, same procedure is repeated for the third bolt. This third bolt. Okay? Again same repeated for this bolt. Okay? So in this way we are calculating all the distances. What about the maximum distance out of this? The maximum is the first is nothing but the 366.74, because we are using this maximum distance in the formula. Okay? So one by one we have to find out all the distances of the all 20 bolts. हर एक बोल्ट का डिस्टेंस निकालना है यहाँ पे. We have to find out the distance of each bolts starting from 1 ending to 20. Some bolts are repeated, so directly these are the bolts repeated. 2, R2, R9, 12, 19 is 0. Okay. So once we have again these 4 bolts are repeated. Okay. Okay. Again these 4 bolts are repeated. So in this way the maximum value of R, it comes to be 366.74. What is the formula for R? So R square, summation of R square, this is actually wrong. Summation of R square is 4 times R1 square plus 4 times, that is 4 times this first square, 366. So we are giving this name as R1. So 4 times R1 square, 4 times R2 square, 4 times R3 square, 4 times R4 square and 4 times R5 square. Okay? So in this way R1 4 times R1 square up to R5 square 4 times. Okay? After all calculations, simple addition and multiplications, so summation of R square, it comes to be 1.15 10 to the power 6 mm square. How to find out theta? So theta is the maximum value, maximum distance. Okay? So we are finding out theta for the last, that is this part. Okay? So last part is nothing but this first. Okay? So up to this top portion we are finding out the theta here from top portions. Okay? So this height is nothing but the 360. So this height is 360 and this base is 70. This base is 70. Okay? And we are finding out theta here. We are finding out the theta here. So theta is equal to tan inverse. It comes to be 360 upon 70. So theta is equal to tan inverse of this 360 upon 70. So it comes to be 79 degrees. It comes to be 79 degrees. Okay? हेलो जी. बताओ तो उनको बोलना वो गाइड वाली जो थीसिस है बोलना, वो सर को हम बाद में कर देंगे, अभी उनको दे दो ना 3। गाइड वाली मैडम को बोलना वो 4 में गाइड वाली इंक्लूडेड है क्या पूछ लेना। हाँ, अभी अभी 3 दे दो उनको, बोलना मैडम देख के बोलना। हाँ हाँ, ठीक। Next is nothing but the check the connections for resultant stress. How to find out the check the connections for resultant stress. So direct forces. What is the formula for this? Load taken by the plate or the load taken by the bracket divided by the number of bolts. Okay. So direct forces on each bolt. That means the force. How much is the force taken by each bolt? Okay. तो टोटल दैट इज लोड इज 400 और कितने लोड्स कितने बोल्ट्स हो गए 20, तो एक बोल्ट पे कितना लोड अप्लाई होगा, the load taken by the each bolt we will take as 20 kilonewtons. So direct force on each bolt we are taking FD as 20 kilonewtons. Again force due to movement, again the force on each bolts, that is force due to movement on each bolts, so M R max divided by summation of R square. This already we have taken in previous lecture also. This formula we have directly taken M R max upon summation of R square. So 120 we have taken as the movement multiplied by 10 to the power 3. Why? Because it is Newton per mm square. 360 it is again in mm, R max is 360. What about summation of R square? In present way we have calculated R square 1.15 10 to the power 6. So again 1.15 10 to the power 6. So after our calculations the movement is calculated as 38.27 kilonewtons. So just we are using directly the formula resultant force, square root of Fr is equals to square root of Fd square plus Fm square 2 times Fd Fm cos theta. This concept we are using for that means in order to find out the resultant force taken by the bolts. Okay? This resultant force it should be that is the bolt value should be more than the resultant force. The bolt value should be more than the resultant force. So we will see what is the resultant force in this case. The resultant force it comes to be that is 46.44 kilonewtons, whereas bolt value is 45. That means it is unsafe. That means this it is after checking it is unsafe. So we have to redesign in the sense we have to increase the number of bolts. We cannot increase the diameter of bolt because diameter of bolt was fixed, okay, which has been given in the question. So we cannot increase the diameter of bolt. So other case which things to be increased, so we will increase the number of bolts required, okay. Because this bracket plate will be connected with the I sections with the number of bolts. So we are designing the number of bolts, okay. So we have designed the number of bolts, so that 20 number of bolts is insufficient to take this bolt value, that is 45.26. So we are increasing the number of bolts. So we have calculated by calculations 10 bolts were taken care of in one row, total 20 bolts we have calculated. So we will increase as 22. Okay, we will increase as 22. That means in one row we will provide 11 bolts, and other row we will again provide 11 bolts, and total number of bolts we will take as 22 instead of 20. So we are taking number of bolts as 22. Again the same way, first we have to divide this whole figure into two parts, vertical as well as horizontal. So while edge distance, pitch distance, after putting all the values, we will divide this whole figure into two symmetrical parts. So this distance to be calculated, so first again the same procedure is there. The distance of 1, the distance of this 12, and the distance of this 11, and this distance of 22. So R1, R11, R that is 12 and 22. हाँ सर, जी, हाँ सर, अच्छा, अच्छा, आराम है। अरे यार, चलो ठीक है ना, मैं आ रहा हूँ, उधर ही आ रहा हूँ। ठीक। So in this way we are redesigning for 22 number of bolts. We are redesigning for 22 number of bolts. Okay, total 22 number of bolts. The same distances we are calculating, R1, R11, R12, R22. So we have taken the same numbers, distances, same procedure is there in order to find out the distances. What is Rmax? Rmax is nothing but in this case is 406.08. Okay. Again we have taken this 406.08 summation of all r square. So 4 times r1 square, 4 times r2 square, 4 times r3 square, 4 times r5 and r6 square. So in this way we have taken 2 times r6 square. So why 2 times? Because last bolt is 2 times. This last symmetrical bolt is 1 2. Okay, 1 2 3 4 6 7. So you can add this to that for the 12 for the 16 17 18. Okay, something I think so. Two bolts are symmetrical, therefore we have not included here. So you can check this summation of r square. It comes to be 152.10 to 152 10 to the power 6, that is kilonewton mm, sorry mm square. Direct forces again the same P upon N, but here instead of 400 divided by 20 we have taken as 400 divided by 22. The load taken on each bolt, it comes to be 18.88, 18.18. Force due to movement, same formula, m r max summation of r square, it comes to be 32.06. The same formula is there, 39. So here this 39.49, it is less than 45, that means safe. That means first we have taken for 20 number of bolts which was unsafe, but here while providing 22 number of bolts it is safe. That means we have to make changes somewhat. We have to make changes as per the requirements. Okay, so here we will end this today's lectures, in which we have calculated, actually find out the number of bolts required in order to satisfy the load of 400 kilonewton. The 400 kilonewton load to be taken by the brackets. Okay. So here we will end this today's lectures. Thank you everyone. Thank you.